Oh, hello. You look like you're a few months, maybe a year plus into your Freeform Locks journey. Well, you've come to the right place, because this video is for you. I got the house to myself, no responsibilities, the lady's away, so you know the boy's about to play. With my hair, of course, join me on our first ever Treat Yo Freeform Lock Day, because today we're going to be doing the deepest of deep washes. And this is something you should look to do once every few months when your hair officially begins to lock up. So if you're joining me and you're about 5 months in, a year in, you finally see some of the locks starting to form, this is the deep washing tutorial that you need to watch. But if you're starting out, you know, just a couple of months into the journey, I do have a video dedicated to you. The deepest of deep washes was something that I always did with my first crown, but because we're living in this New York City apartment, I'm not back with my parents anymore, I don't have access to the things that I need to do a deep wash. But I did find a little secret dreadlock tool on Amazon to help for the very thing, so make sure you stick around to find out what that is. But before that, let's look at 2 years of growth, see where we are before we do the deepest of deep washes. My second crown, 2 years of growth and no deepest of deep washes done yet. When I look at my locks, I see more specifically here, and maybe some back ones, some dullness right here, some of that grayness, and a lot of time that comes from sebum, and it's some of the buildup that gets caught up in between your locks, and it's a little harder to get out if you're not doing a proper soak. That's why we're doing the ACV soak, to restore the pH of the scalp, get rid of some of the scabs that I've been finding on my scalp. If you ever seen any videos where people go through freeform dreadlock transformations where they're cutting off their locks and you look in between their locks and you see some white, you know, some white filth or buildup in between the locks. A lot of that actually occurs from natural buildup from your scalp, the oils, the dead skin cells, product that you may have used that you failed to rinse out properly, like some soap. If you've used any gels or waxes, which I highly recommend you don't use on freeform locks. People are using waxes and gels and shit in their freeform locks and they're not properly rinsing it out, and it stays in between your locks forever. If it's bad, like really, really bad, that can cause dread rot down the line, where you'll ultimately need to cut your locks. So if you're like me and you don't have access to a hair salon sink or a bucket or I don't know, a jungle forest with free raining water, it's an inflatable hair washing basin. Comfortable and convenient hair washing experience for individuals laying down. So for assisted hair washing in bed, durable, portable, and convenient. In bed, we're gonna blow this sucker up, put it down on the ground, not on the bed, and we're gonna do our ACV soak. Bruh, make sure you buy an air pump. I haven't blown on something this hard since college. Oh my God, my lungs. There's gotta be an easier way to do this. Yeah, I'm literally cramping, bro. Oh. Got our inflatable sink, man. Hamster pool that we're gonna be using as our sink. Just basically gonna be putting it down on the ground, putting our hair like so. Let's do it. Now the first step in our deepest of deep washes will be an ACV soak. Typically I do an ACV rinse, but a soak ensures we're hitting the scalp and also getting deep in between those thick ass locks. This recipe is simply 1 part apple cider vinegar and 2 parts water. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, there we go. I feel it on my scalp. My biggest fear is that I was gonna lay back on this damn thing and it was gonna pop and spill water everywhere, but we are good. Get rid of any buildup. And I feel it leaking on my backside. I should have probably put a towel down because I feel it leaking on my backside. Well, turns out I was wrong and there was actually no leak whatsoever. Next, we're gonna do a basic soak with our favorite clarifying shampoo. I use Dr. Bronner's. Just make sure you dilute it. I would say 1 part soap for every 8 parts water. Use your best judgment. As long as the water is getting sudsy and soapy, you're good. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and make sure you also have a partner on hand to help you if you happen to soak your hair on the carpet or on the bed. After those 10 minutes, get up and rinse the soap thoroughly out of your locks. And I wish I took a picture of that water after we were done, because that shit was dirty. Time for conditioning. We're gonna use about 2 parts water, 1 part aloe vera gel, not the juice. You can use the real plant if you'd like. And then we're gonna throw in some of our favorite oils for moisturizing and clarifying. I also thought, you know what, I'm gonna add in this oil blend that I found. down. It has a mixture of yang yang oil, rosemary, vitamin E, and a couple of others. And we're just gonna let the locks and the scalp sit in that for about 15 minutes. After that, I did do a light rinse before drying, but in all honesty, you can just skip to the drying if you'd like. Having these ingredients sit in your hair for a couple of days will do more good than harm. Now, air drying mature locks can take ages. That's where a t-shirt comes in handy. Cotton tees have no ridges and they're hella absorbent, which can help quicken the drying process and prevent frizz. So we're gonna do a half dry with our favorite Marley shirt and then air dry after. First, put your hair down through the collar end of your shirt. Once your hair is in and you have the collar around your hairline, you're basically just gonna flip the torso back so the hair is following with it. Then you're gonna grab the two sleeves and use the sleeves to tie the hair down. We're gonna let that sit for about 20 to 30 minutes so all the excess water from our hair can accumulate into the t-shirt, and then we're gonna remove the t-shirt and let the hair air dry for the remainder of the time. Now, after air drying, I did tie up my hair in a silk scarf before bed just to keep things nice and tidy for that clean reveal. And guys, this is where we are. God damn! Oh man, you see, this is what happens when you tie your hair down too tight. People often worry about their locks ending up like this, but as I mentioned before in other videos, your locks are going to change each and every single day based on your daily habits. But there's nothing to worry about. As long as you're not tying your hair down every single waking minute of every single hour, all that you need to do is shake it off, hoo-hoo. Yeah, and here is our clean and luxurious crown, a little bit of the before and after. As y'all can see, the hair is much brighter, less dull, the color looks darker, the locks look tighter, there's absolutely no frizz, no gray spots. Guys, I think we got all that nasty buildup, the sweat, anything that was accumulating, dead skin cells out from in between these locks for the most part, as much as we can, and that's thanks to apple cider vinegar, doing a soak with our favorite clarifying shampoo, and then lastly tying it all together by doing a conditioning soak with aloe vera and a couple of our favorite essential oils. And alright guys, that about does it. Look at the difference. We're gonna do a light spray of a tiny bit of aloe vera, some tea tree oil, and some water just to wake the locks up a bit. And if you guys learned something new on this video or just appreciate the journey, go ahead and show your boys some love, hit that like, give the fam a follow. Once again, it's your boy, Domi Boy, and I'll see you at the next one.